In this video, I am going to take you through how to use the UOW Handbook to identify which subjects you will need to complete in order to meet the requirements of your course. Firstly, you will need to access the handbook. You can do this through the UOW website. To access the handbook, go to the current student's webpage. From here, scroll down and select Handbook from the Managing My Course menu under My Course. When searching for individual subject information, please ensure that you are viewing the current year's handbook. When searching for information regarding your enrolled course, you will need to use the handbook corresponding to the year you commenced studying your course. For example, if you started studying your course in 2024, you will use the 2024 handbook for the entirety of your studies. If you are currently in your first year of study, you will need to use the current year handbook, which can be found selecting the Access Current Year Handbook link under the Current Year Handbook tab. To access a past year's handbook, click the Access Past Year's Handbook link. From here, you will need to navigate to the year you commenced your study and follow the links under this tab to find the handbook for your course. Once you are at the correct year's handbook, you will find all the information relating to your course structure and requirements. This includes if you will need to complete any majors and/or minors, and the subjects you will need to do to complete your course. It is important to make note of all the subjects you will need to do in advance, as this will allow you to plan out your course and meet all requirements set out by your course structure. Let me run you through how you will choose your subjects for your first year. Your handbook may have a year-by-year structure that will list the subjects you will need to complete in each year, or your handbook may be set out with a list of majors, minors, and electives on offer for your course. You must read the course structure section of your handbook closely. It is important to follow the structure set out in your handbook, as some subjects need to be completed in a specific order. To see what subjects you will need to complete each session, it is a good idea to start with your core subjects. Once you have made note of these subjects, if this applies to your course, you can then move to selecting subjects under your major, then your minor, and finally electives. A general guide for determining when you should undertake a subject is by distinguishing subject levels using the numbers from the subject code. A 100 level subject is generally completed in your first year, as it is a low level class. 200 level subjects are generally completed in your second year, and so forth. The higher the number in the subject code, the more advanced and difficult the subject is. For your first year, it is a good idea to do 100 level classes, as this will make the transition into university easier. There can also be prerequisites for higher level classes that will need to be completed first, which is why it is important to follow your course structure. For semester-based students, the recommended full-time study load to complete your degree in the minimum amount of time is 24 credits per session. This usually equates to 4 subjects. For trimester-based students, the full-time study load is 18 credit points per trimester, which usually equates to 3 subjects. This study load allows you to complete your degree in the full-time duration outlined in your handbook. For international students on a student visa, it is important to enroll in full-time study to meet the conditions of your visa. Once you understand these requirements, you can go ahead and plan out which subjects you will need to take. After you have confirmed the subjects you will need to enroll in, you will need to check their availability. This is important, as not every subject is offered in every session. For information on how to check subject availability, you can check out the How Do I Confirm When a Subject is on Offer video. If you are enrolling with credit from previous study and are curious about how this may affect the structure of your course, get in touch with the AskUOW team, who will be able to direct you to the best source of academic advice. If you have any further questions, you can contact our friendly AskUOW student service team, and once you have enrolled, you can check out the AskUOW knowledge base at any time through the link in the description. You can access the AskUOW knowledge base by logging in with your UOW username and password. Good luck with your studies.